August, our hottest month, our second driest month, so it's always good to see a little bit of rain and thunderstorm activity, even though if it's at the peripheral. It's live look down Clyde Warren Park. There's nothing going on over North Texas right now. It's actually mostly sunny skies overhead. But look at these thunderstorms off to our east. This is a pretty good thunderstorm moving over Tyler and Mineola. It'll move down a little closer. You see a lot of lightning with it and brief heavy rain. No severe weather, but it might get into, say, parts of Van and Canton and Van Zant County. You might see that rain before it peters out. This is current as we take a look. You can see we're in the upper 90s. It is not a cool day by any stretch of the imagination. The feel-like temperature in the triple digits. It's just not heat advisory level kind of day, which is always a saving grace this time of year. This is the last couple of hours. We've had plenty of sunshine here on our Sunday. A lot of schools going back this week, and they're going to go back to school with temperatures pretty much normal like it was today. 96 was the high. If that holds, I think we might get an update. It might have hit 97, which was the absolute norm, but we are talking about some rain chances. It's meager, 20% across our northwest counties, 20% across our southeast counties, and about a 10% chance for the Metroplex. The chances do improve Tuesday and Wednesday, but only up to like 30%. So don't get your hopes up for getting some really good rain for your yard, because you might win the rain lottery, but for most of us, we won't. With the high pressure dome that normally sitting over us in the middle of summer, bringing the hot, dry weather you would expect off to the west, and that opens up the door for the Gulf, also opens the door for a trough that moves across the Central Plains that affects our weather. In fact, I was talking about this at the top of the show. We have weather coming at us from two different directions, from the northwest and from the southeast, because without the high sitting over us, the Gulf moisture is allowed to kind of get up into North Texas. That's sea breeze activity, but it can intensify in the right weather conditions and give us decent rain chances, even though we're 200 miles away from the coastline. These are the forecasted highs for the week. Like I was saying, a lot of people back to school, and you're going back to pretty much typical temperatures. You see that 94 on Tuesday. That's because that's one of our better rain chances on Tuesday. Here's Futurecast. Let's play it out. This is in the afternoon tomorrow. You see a little bit of activity, especially in our eastern half, a southeast down the 45 corridor. Then you go into Tuesday morning and see all that stuff that was coming down from the northwest flow aloft. Thunderstorms the day before, outflow boundaries by the time we get into the morning on Tuesday might trigger a few thunderstorms. All that activity coming up from the southeast might trigger a few thunderstorms as we go into the afternoon. And then Wednesday, overnight storms are possible, but a better chance in the afternoon. By the way, the tropics, that's a 90% chance that we get our first hurricane of the season. We're going to be tracking this. This doesn't mean a lot right now, this forecast modeling, but it is showing some intensity to the possible hurricane. It would be midweek. We'll have a better handle on that. Instead, look at the 7-day forecast. Yeah, temperatures are typical, but what's not typical is about 3 days of rain chances. Good to see, Amelia.
Okay.